Saturday night main event predictions coming at you. World Heavyweight title main event Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. I'm taking main event Jey Uso retaining his World Heavyweight title on primetime national television against Logan Paul. Not too sure how this match is going to end or go down, but I do think someone comes out, costs Logan Paul the match. Jey Uso for the victory. John Cena versus R-Truth. I'm taking R-Truth. Why? Because it's a non-title match. And if John Cena loses the match, he doesn't lose the title. And why not give R-Truth a big win on national television over his childhood hero? Drew McIntyre and Damien Priest in a steel cage match. I'm taking Damien Priest. Damien Priest has been on fire. Love what he's been up to. It's time to give him a big win on national television. Sami Zayn and CM Punk versus Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins. I'm going with Sami Zayn and CM Punk. I think you gotta give the baby faces the win in this match on national television. It's a big match. Big moment for Sami Zayn to be teaming with CM Punk. And I think they can handle the loss because I see a lot of destruction in Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker's future. A lot of retaliation. So that's why I'm taking the baby faces, CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
John Cena against R-Truth. I'm going with heel Cena. No way he's losing to R-Truth. We got CM Punk and Sami Zayn against Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. I'm going these guys right here. No way they're losing. All right, then we got a steel cage. Damien Priest against Drew McIntyre. Damien. And in the main event, we got main event Jey Uso. Yeet.
We've got the world title match with Jey Uso and Logan Paul. I was a little confused by sort of this abrupt Logan Paul Uso with they're sort of leading us to believe that Gunther, Paul's going to be a stepping stone on the way to Gunther for a rematch, which kind of seems crazy to me that they're going to do that already. But I think having both of these guys here is, I think they're here to get involved in the tag team match between Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Bron Breakker. Jey Uso's obviously been involved in a lot of those segments, and it seems like for the Paul Heyman faction, they're sort of like, we're waiting for the third person to get involved in that heel faction. So I think there's a possibility it could be Logan Paul, and that we're kind of having this match to, one, have a good match for the championship, and then also get them involved in that tag match. Unless something crazy happens where we're, going to get a couple, like a title turnover over the next couple nights, I'm going to say Jey Uso, but moving into the tag match, I think that we will definitely see some Jey Uso and Logan Paul involvement in the tag match. I think that the tag match is all about furthering a storyline, so the finish, to me, it could be a non-finish. I would love to see Punk pick up a victory because we haven't had that in a while. But I think either way, it's going to give us whatever's next for that Paul Heyman faction storyline. As far as the cage match goes, Damien Priest and Drew McIntyre, always super fun to watch. It's kind of a bummer that this feud is, to me, sort of born out of like not enough room at the top of the card for the two of these guys. I think it can go either way, but I think it's going to be a great match. I'm going to maybe pick Priest just because we've seen a McIntyre victory more recently. So I'll pick Priest, but I think it's going to be awesome. And then as far as the John Cena R-Truth match, non-title match, I think this is just pure entertainment. I think hopefully we'll see, R-Truth being R-Truth, some fun John Cena stuff. I think match is just going to be pure fun. And I mean, this one also I could see being a non-finish, or I guess Cena, but I honestly have no prediction other than I'm hoping that it's just going to be a great time, and that we could possibly see, they were hinting at the last Cena match about him sort of having reservations about becoming a heel. I wonder if that will factor in after this match, but yeah, I think it's fun. This card is actually, now that I'm looking at it, is I think it's like a perfect Saturday night's main event, and I'm looking forward to it.
I gotta admit, I'm a little underwhelmed by this. It doesn't feel as exciting. Like sometimes you get into these PLEs and these Saturday night main events and you get excited about this. I don't know. This one feels a little ho-hum to me. But we'll see. Maybe they'll pull it off and it'll be something fun. So predictions. Let's do it. Main event, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. There's no way they're taking that belt off of Jey. They just are not. He could not be more over right now. There's no reason to take the belt off of him. And plus, I think everyone is getting Logan Paul fatigue, and they are so over that dude. It's time for the Logan Paul experiment to be over. And I'm looking forward to that. I do think, though, one thing I say about Logan Paul, and I've said this before, dude will give you a good match. So I'm looking forward to some of the things he'll do. But I also think that him giving you a good match will also kind of show some sort of in-ring inabilities that Jey has. So hopefully they'll be able to complement each other, but we'll see. But I will say this, Logan Paul will give you a good match, but he's not going to win. All right, next up, CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker. That's going to be a good one. That I think they'll give us a good showing. I feel like there's going to be some twist in this match. I don't know why. I don't think Jey will come out to help because he has his match himself. But I feel like there's something that's going to happen here. Don't know what. I do think down the road and in the not so distant future that Sami is going to turn on Jey. So stay tuned for that. I think that's coming. I'm going to go Braun Breaker, Seth freaking Rollins for the win in this one. I just think they have to because this is a new faction. They got to keep them over, so I think they win. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Wow, I actually am into this one. I like this rivalry they have going. I think, what is this, like the third time they faced each other? So I think this will be good. I think this will be a nice way to put a lid on this and be finished with it. I love these guys both. I like them a lot. I like Drew a lot. And also Damian Priest is a New York City homeboy, so I'm always going to go with that. And I do think that Damian will get the win over Drew. And because the story just needs to move on from there. So looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be one that may steal the show. Okay. John Cena and R-Truth. Why is this match? Why? R-Truth was one of those people who really irritated me in the beginning because the silliness was just a little too silly for me. But he's grown on me since. So I kind of like him a bit now. I think this is another match that's going to have some sort of swerve to it. I don't know, maybe Cody Rhodes comes back with this one. Because on paper and in theory, John Cena and R-Truth does not excite you or do anything for you other than R-Truth being silly, which we love the comic relief of it all. But I do think this is the one where Cody Rhodes comes back or something happens because just on the face of it, this match is not exciting at all. So there are my predictions. I unfortunately won't be able to get to watch the show in real time because I have a show Saturday night, but I look forward to watching a replay to see how I did on my predictions. All right, everyone enjoy.
Hey, y'all. Hunter Roberts here, formerly known as the PWF Heavyweight Champion, Hunter O'Malley, with my picks for the upcoming Saturday night main event show. I'm starting off hot and heavy with the cage match, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I'm going Drew McIntyre. It's about time that he finally wins a blow-off match in one of these feuds that he keeps finding himself in, which is good because he needs to start moving up the card a little bit more so that he can eventually be who I think, my spoiler, my little prediction way ahead of time is that he's who beats Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship to kind of bring that whole story all the way back around. That's the kind of long-term booking that Triple H loves so deeply. But that, again, is a bit of a spoiler for the World Heavyweight Championship match on this card. I think Jey Uso beats Logan Paul. That's mostly a hope and a dream and a prayer to the wrestling god, Mick Foley, that Jey Uso gets the win and that Logan Paul is never World Heavyweight Champion. Please, God, don't ever let that happen. And let's see. Oh, R-Truth versus John Cena. Because it's a non-title match, I think R-Truth gets the win. There's no stakes and there's no, nothing lost in having him win that match. That's a good one for the fans. John's been a dick. You finally get one over on John. So that's a fun little thing for the crowd and for the audience at home watching. And plus, Ron Killings gets his big giant win finally over John Cena. I think that's a fun story to tell. And then finally, the new team, Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, taking on the mishmash team of Sami Zayn, CM Punk. I think the new guys win it. I think they need a win. Seth got his big win at WrestleMania, and then they've not really won much since then. So I think it would be time for them to get that big win over Sami Zayn and CM Punk moving forward. So my picks, Drew McIntyre, R-Truth, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. Should be a fun show all around. A lot of talent on this one. So I'm pretty excited to watch the Saturday Night Main Event. Let's see how it did.
Starting off strong, we got John Cena versus R-Truth. This one's very obvious. R-Truth is going to finish his story. He's going to beat his childhood hero, John Cena, with the help of Little Jim. Now I'm playing. Obviously, John Cena's going to beat this man in under 5 minutes. Okay? And I think the main takeaway here will be a returning Cody Rhodes. Next, we got a steel cage match with Drew McIntyre versus Damien Priest. Drew McIntyre needs to win this match, and I think he will. Drew McIntyre's winning in a fun steel cage match. Shout out Damien Priest, but my boy Drew needs to get elevated back to that main event scene. He deserves it. He's earned it. He needs to get back up there. Next, we got a WWE Tag Team match. We got the fun-loving baby faces, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, versus the new dastardly heel group that they're building up, I think, is the main storyline for the next year. So I'm going for them. I think, how can they lose their first big match together, right? Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker are going to go over against CM Punk and Sami Zayn. They'll cheat to win. Paul Heyman will help them. And I think there might be some tension on the babyface side, the egos clashing together. Last, we got the Yeet Man, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul's just here to lose to Jey Uso. Do some cool athletic moves, make Jey Uso look good in the ring, and get him a title victory. The Yeet Man will win, but Seth Rollins might get that title sooner than we think.
Hey guys, Lee Hardin here, frequent guest of the Spandex StandUps. Predictions for Saturday night's main events. I don't think Punk and Zayn are going to win. As much as I love those guys, I think the group with Paul Heyman and Rollins and Braun is way too new, so I think they're going to win, but with some shenanigans. I love Drew McIntyre. I'd love to see him win this cage match, so I'm going with Drew McIntyre. And then this will be a very wild prediction, but I think Logan Paul is going to take home the strap. And then the most important match, we got John Cena, R-Truth. I think it goes without saying Cena's going to walk away with this one, but with some interference from Little Jimmy.